Alright, this is going to be a little bit of an intro. I recorded this in a bunch of different parts. There was a few things that I actually had some issues with um, that I was able to hopefully cover for you guys. Um, and honestly, if you run into any issues, I probably ran into them myself. So just message me if you watched the video and you ran into something that wasn't covered. Um, this will be kind of like a little bit of a preface of like just a quick idea of what we're doing, and then I'm gonna just go over some basic stuff on how to get yourself set up with video editor. That's how you know I'm about ready to wrap up the video. We get the video editor opening and gonna get this upload going for you guys. First things first, like the basic general idea, obviously, is you guys have read this, but we're creating a backup. What he wants us to do in just plain English is we're going to get into that virtual machine environment that we made last week. Um, I'm going to have a first step for you guys that you're going to need to do to run the Puppy Linux installer to get things correct and ready to do this. But once you've got that first step done, we're going to just create a file anywhere. It could be anywhere, doesn't matter where. We'll show that we've created that with the screenshot. We'll make a backup. We'll show we've made that backup with a screenshot. Then we're going to go ahead and delete the file that we created, take a screenshot, and then we're going to use that backup to get the file back and take one final screenshot. Um, then probably the hardest part will actually unironically be typing up a little reflection page and all that. That will be on you guys to figure out, but um, it's pretty. It's funny because like once I've done it, it was all very simple, but I will say it did take me a little bit of time to get everything remembered and figured out. So um, don't stress out too much. Once you get like logged into here, make sure for your first thing, you're inside your virtual machine. You're going to go to your browser. You're going to type this in. When you get there, it's username student. We lost ourselves 2008. Keep in mind there's a couple capitals in here and an exclamation point. I forgot the exclamation point. I'm like, why is it not working? That was why. So once you get to here, you're going to see this. You're going to scroll around and find your virtual machine based off your last name. This one's mine. I double clicked on it. This brings up your information about your machine, some of the stuff you can configure. You can go ahead to your left here and double click, and that's going to open up your machine. So that's some of the basics that we're going to need to know just to get yourself comfortable and running. And then let's go ahead and start with the first step. Let's go ahead and exit out of this. Exit out of this. The first thing we need to do, we're going to go ahead and set up, and we're going to go puppy installer. Okay, now there is something we could do before this, but it's going to prompt us to get there. We're going to hit the install down in the bottom there. We're going to go ahead and hit internal hard drive SSD at the bottom. It's going to ask us which drive. We're going to hit this one again. Now, it says no partitions on drive SDA. It is recommended that you run gparted now to create the partition. So like technically we could have went and found gparted and just run it, but it's here and available, so we hit it. Sort of gets confusing a little bit. First thing, I minimized this. You can exit out, it doesn't really matter. I minimized. If you exit out, we'll just open it up again, no big deal. This is showing like the drive in a sense that we've given this virtual machine, right? So SDA, 8 gigs, that's what we allocated to it. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go to device, we're going to hit create partition table. It's going to set up like a little hierarchy basically. This stays default. There's a billion different settings. I don't know what these all are. I keep it MS-DOS. That's what we want. Don't hit anything else. Okay, so we swing over. We got that done. We're good there. We're going to hit partition. We're going to hit new. Boom, 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 boom. This is all good to go by default, to my understanding. The main thing you do want to look at here is file system. We want ext4. For me, it was by default, so that's fantastic. If for some reason it wasn't by default, you click there and you get it. If you missed it completely and it doesn't say ext4 here, you can format by right-clicking and going to ext4. We don't need to do that since it's good to go. A lot of times in the past I've had to do that, so that's just a heads up. But we should all be doing the same thing. It should all be working the same for us. Um, from here, we're gonna hit this green check mark, apply all operations, swing that puppy through, boom, 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 close. The last thing I like to do is we're gonna go to manage flags by right clicking, and we're gonna hit boot. That's gonna tell the kernel or the OS basically that this is the drive we're booting from. This is our boot drive. All right, so that's set up. We've now met the requirement for our puppy installer. We've partitioned the drive. Like I said, that probably makes absolutely no sense to you. Not a big deal. Don't worry about it. We're going to go ahead and click here. So it reloads this screen, and now you can see here it does not have that warning anymore. Go ahead and install the puppy driver. Boom. Boom. We're smacking okay on all of this right here. And for sake of speed, we're not really reading these. I've read them already. Nothing in here is really particularly interesting. If you want to take the time, some things that I would maybe recommend and ways that I like to learn is I would screenshot some of these and I would just hand them over to ChatGPT and be like, hey, explain to me what we're doing in the simplest way possible. Like I'm a 5-year-old. That's what I tell it all the time. Like I'm a 5-year-old. Alright, these are all just things we're hitting okay on. Like I said, I followed a guide. I've got it to work. If you want to learn what you're doing, by all means, document and then just kind of do a little research. But I think we should be good. Okie dokie. So from this point forward, we've run the Puppy Linux installer. It should be good to go. What needs to happen here is you are going to hit leave. You're going to hit shut down. And for you, you're going to be prompted this whole setup of like your first shutdown. You're just going to logically follow the steps. There's nothing crazy that needs to be set up there. Just kind of work your way through it. When it gets to this point here where it says guest not running, go ahead and exit out. Don't worry about any of this. Let me zoom in here so you guys can actually see. Your first step, and like this is already set up for me, so it's not going to look exactly correct for you. But I just want to make it quick and simple. You're going to see a disk here, and it's going to look like this, right? You can just detach that. Go ahead and get rid of it, and honestly, you could probably just remove it if you'd like. That way, it's definitely not going to be causing any issues. Now, wait, remove. Yes. Oh, because it's still a snapshot. Don't worry about it. Just unmount it. From here, the last thing you need to double check is go to options, go to boot order. You might have this in the start. It might say like the local ISO, or it might have like your SATA or your SDA. You don't want this one booting from your first. So if this is enabled and in first, either drag it down to second or disable it and drag it down to second. Those are the things you're going to want to have to check really quick. Simple stuff, it's just almost all virtual machines. You're going to have to do something of that sort. And what you're doing is you're removing the disk from your virtual machine, saying, I don't need this anymore, which is your ISO file. And then you're telling it what your boot order is. We flagged our drive as a boot, so it knows. That's probably why it doesn't need a boot selected at the moment. But as you can see, you should be able to start up and get right back to where we are now. All right, just in case you had any issues, and you go to boot up after doing your initial shutdown, after the puppy Linux or the puppy installer, I wanted to show you guys just a couple things to check. First thing is I would go and just hit stop on your VM. The first thing is I would check your boot order. So you don't really need your disk, and I would honestly disable it, and you just want your drive as your top of the boot list. Um, the second thing, and this one I don't know if people are gonna have issues with. If you do, God bless you. But my hard drive was not working, like at all. And I ended up having to detach it, which sounds crazy as hell, but I did. But I did. And then actually, I think I just double clicked. Yep. When you go here, change it to SATA. It was set up as I don't even know. It was set up as an S or SCSI. You do not want that. You want SATA. Okay. So if you have anything that will not boot off the start, please double check that. Change it to SATA. You can remove this if you're feeling spicy. You don't even need it anymore. Go ahead and hit start, and you should be good to go. In theory, that'll be like I think the biggest roadblock. It threw me for a loop. I spent 15, 20 minutes staring at my screen, going, "What did I mess up?" And I think I might have done something to cause that. I don't know if it was set up by default. So if it was, shoot me a message because that's kind of crazy that it was set up like that. I had no idea. It took me a couple Google searches and a chit chat with the AI to be like, what's going on here? And then I noticed I was like, yo, that should say probably not that. I've never seen that before. I couldn't tell you what that is off the top of my head. It should be a SATA drive. So you're in. You're looking golden. Now let's go ahead and we'll start our actual project. Beautiful. Alrighty, so we have got ourselves set up. We're looking at hopefully you have successfully installed using puppy install. Hopefully you've gotten through your first reboot. If you haven't gotten through your first reboot, or you haven't rebooted since running puppy installer, you can still do this. I think no, don't do this yet, but run, go over here if you haven't. Hit this, hit leave, and then hit reboot, and that's gonna prompt you to go through building a save file and everything. Double check, make sure you've removed your ISO disk, that you're not booting from that still. You should be in this environment. I might ask you to set like your host name. You'll see it down here in the bottom right. You can do that in the first window that pops up. But we're going to move directly into kind of banging out some of these instructions. So we want to make a change to our current machine. First thing that I did is I went and just hit file. Do not double click. I keep double clicking and it opens up two windows. It's a single click to open this, so don't go crazy. Um, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and hit right click, hit new, go to blank file, name it whatever you'd like. I named mine test.txt. I'm going to click out of this virtual machine. I don't think it matters. No? No, I guess it didn't. On like the actual VirtualBox virtual machines, if you want to take a screenshot, you got to back out and click on something else other than the virtual machine. Um, what is going on? Oh, actually, honestly, let me make a new document. And this is just going to be for our screenshots. Um, so that is created a file named test.txt. Um, so this is going to be the file that we end up deleting and then backing back up to Git. So take a snapshot of the virtual machine, take a screenshot showing the backup, make another change to your current machine, deleting the file that we just made, take a screenshot demonstrating the modification for document, and then restore the VM from your backup. So let's go ahead and we'll jump into that really quick. All right, so this should be, I think, pretty easy. I think we quite literally go here. We take a snapshot. We call it. Well, we'll just call it test, right? Protecting my precious test file. Take a snapshot. Do 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 do. Where did my music go, by the way? I thought I had some music bump a lumping. Nope, I guess I don't. So let this do its thing. And let me see really quick. Where music. Boom. Oh, are we good? I think we're good. Oh, we accidentally just downloaded it. I don't know if we needed to do that. Status, open, stop. Okay, are we good? Oh, yeah, we're good. It's right there. All right, we do not need to download it. Do not do that. All right, so next we will take a screenshot of this. Bink. We'll go back to our document. Whoop. Paste that. Let me see. Take a screenshot showing the backup. Screenshot showing. Oop. My test backup. Perfect. Let me see. And make another change to your current machine. So we're going to go back over here. Oh my god, how many of these do I have open? What the hell? What the helly? What the hell? Oh my god, I've been working on this for a while and apparently I got 1,000 of them open. Oh. Alright. Alright, so we're back here. We're gonna delete our precious. Ooh, delete our precious, amazing. Get it out of here. Take a shot. Oh, whoops! That was from hitting the screenshot button apparently. All right, options. Can I get rid of it? Can we? Can we? Is there no way to delete it? You gotta be kidding me. Well, uh, there's only one way I know how to do this. And that's gonna be go like this. ls. Let's see. rm text dot txt. So what we're doing here is we're going in the terminal. We hit ls to list. It's going to show us everything available in the terminal, or in this directory, excuse me, that we're in. We're luckily already in the directory we need to be. And then so we're going to hit rm, which is remove and text.txt. Oh, I literally am slightly impaired mentally, apparently. Oh my god, dude. There we go. Test.txt.text. Oh god. Yep. And then we're gonna hit ls. There we go. Beautiful. Well, let's hit a screenshot. Boom. Let's bit smaller. I feel like they don't need to be freaking gigantic. Boom. Oh no. What will I ever do? Alright, so we got that. Now, we got the screenshot demonstrating. We made a change. Now we need to restore the VM from your backup. Verify that the restored VM boots successfully and behaves as expected. Take a screenshot showing the restored VM running with any of the secondary changes being undone. Alright, so from here, we should be able to go to leave, hit shut down, say goodbye. Goodbye, Puppy Linux. Sweet. Not now. And then we're going to go ahead and, I'm assuming, roll back. Current state will be lost. Yes. Hey. So now let's go ahead and start her back up. And there she blows. And we're going to go ahead and do this. Boom, boom. Oh, wait. I had a snapshot. Alright, I think, my friends, that is going to suffice. Verify everything works as expected. Sure, 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 sure. Let me see. Whoop. Oh, God. Oh, that's the lamest Neo fetch I've ever seen. What is that? What is that? Okay, well, my friends, that is it. That's all we need to do for this week. Remember, put your screenshots all together in here. Um, I would probably I'd do your write up in the same document, save it as a PDF, and then submit it as a PDF. That way, you've got everything all encapsulated into one. You don't need to send your different screenshots. I'd just keep it all in one PDF. That'd be my biggest recommendation for you guys. I got some Pro League of Legends to go watch and a video to edit and upload for you guys. Sorry for, or I should say, apologies for not doing the Puppy Linux install last week. That kind of fucked us a little bit this week, having a little bit extra to do. But and for those of you who were gonna explore off on your own and break away, that probably caused a little bit of an issue for you guys. So in the future, I'll do my best to logically finish. I was being lazy and was saying that's all he wanted from us. He probably wanted us to make sure the installer was run as well. So my bad's on that, homies. But thank you for chilling and watching. Hopefully this helped. If you need anything, just reach out to me at Discord. I should be playing League of Legends for the next like day and a half at least. So it's my break day. Um, yeah, appreciate you guys. Have a good rest of your weekend, or a good start to your weekend, I should say. And I'll see you this time next week.